The fairy tale is true. The devil exists, God exists, and for us as people, our very destiny hangs upon which one we elect to follow. Here are Ed and Lorraine Warren documentary. Sit tight and enjoy. Ed Warren is a demonologist. Lorraine Warren is a trance medium. They are not strange. They are essentially ordinary people who just happen to do highly extraordinary work. And those Warrens have no axe to grind. Their orientation is religious. For in reality, that is the only way it is possible to function in this work. Because what they confront are not only phantoms that simply come and go in the night. The forces they confront are religious entities that by their own admission exist for the sheer purpose of opposing the works of God. For over 50 years now, Ed and Lorraine Warren have been considered America's superior experts on the subject of spirits and demonology. For the past 50 years, religious authorities have repeatedly called in to control some of the most profane outbreaks of diabolical phenomena in the country. Cases where priests become possessed, cases where people are physically attacked, cases when unworldly entities manifest and then preside, cases where time is violated and the physical environment is completely rearranged, cases where spirits don't just haunt a house, they visibly tear it apart. Ed and Lorraine have dedicated their lives to this work, and they share the wisdom they have gained during this extraordinary career in this field. The work they perform is remarkable, and you can be certain, after all this time, they know things that are completely outstanding. And the cases they solve will shock you. Annabelle, according to Warrens, in 1970, two roommates claimed their Raggedy Ann doll was possessed by the spirit of a young girl named Annabelle. The Warren took the doll, telling the roommates it was being manipulated by inhuman presence, and bought it on display at the family's occult museum by her own family. In 1971, the Warrens claimed that the Harrisville, Rhode Island home of the Byron family was haunted by a witch who lived there in the early 19th century. According to the Warrens, she cursed the land so that whoever lived there somehow died. Amityville. The Warrens are probably best known for their involvement in the 1976 Amityville horror case, in which New York couple George and Kathy Lutz claimed that their house was haunted by a violent demonic presence, so intense that it eventually drove them out of their home. Enfield Poltergeist. In the late 1970s, the Warrens investigated claims that a family in the North London suburbs of Enfield was haunted by poltergeist activity, while a number of independent observers dismissed the incident as a hoax carried out by the attention-hungry children. The Warrens was convinced that it was a case of demonic possession. Trial of Arnie Cheney Johnson. In 1981, Arnie Johnson was accused of killing his landlord, Alan Bono. Ed and Lorraine Warren had been called prior to the killing to deal with the alleged demonic possession of the younger brother of Johnson's fiancée. The Warrens subsequently claimed that Johnson was also possessed. At trial, Johnson attempted to plead not guilty by reason of demonic possession, but was unsuccessful with his plea. Snedeker House. In 1986, Ed and Lorraine Warren arrived and proclaimed the Snedeker House, a former funeral home, to be infested with demons. Smart Family. Pennsylvania residents Jack and Janet Smart reported their home was distributed by numerous supernatural phenomena, including sounds, smells, and apparitions. The Warrens became involved and claimed that the Smart home was occupied by 3 spirits, and also a demon that sexually assaulted Jack and Janet. Werewolf. In 1991, the Warrens' book Werewolf, The True Story of Demonic Possession, was published, in which they claimed to have exorcised the demon manifesting itself as a werewolf. Union Cemetery. Ed Warren's book Graveyard, The True Hauntings from an Old New England Cemetery features a lady ghost which haunts Union Cemetery. He claimed to have captured her essence on film. People have said Ed Warren hides behind his beliefs of Catholicism, but he claims he uses them. He doesn't hide behind anything. And I know that biblical beliefs are fact, because I have seen, and I have heard, and I have felt all the things that it talks about, he said. People have called Ed Warren an eccentric because he believes in devils and demons. Of course I do, he replies. I learned about them as a child and proved they exist as a man. After Ed Warren's death in 2006, Lorraine Warren has decided to retire from active investigations regarding the areas of haunted houses and demonic infestations and possessions. Although she will still be a consultant, she will no longer participate in active on-site investigations. She will be passing the torch to her son-in-law, Tony Spera, who has worked with both Ed and Lorraine Warren for over 30 years. So what's your thoughts about Ed and Lorraine Warren? Do you think they were doing the right thing? Or do you think they were nothing but liars? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed, and see you in another documentary.